Before I begin, let me be clear, I am not a paid commentator, not an internet pundit, and certainly not someone looking to generate clickbait. I'm a retired military veteran with over 2 decades of service, including years holding a top-secret security clearance. I've spent my career defending this country, and that defense doesn't end when I take off the uniform. I've been retired for nearly a decade now, and I've watched our political landscape transform in ways that would have been unimaginable during my years of service. My perspective comes from first-hand experience, from years of national security work, and from a deep, unwavering commitment to the principles I swore to protect. I'm choosing to remain anonymous, not out of fear, but out of a calculated understanding of the current political environment. When you've seen how information can be weaponized, you understand the importance of strategic communication. We're living through a critical moment in American democracy. Today, I want to have an honest conversation about 3 deeply troubling trends that are fundamentally reshaping our political landscape. First, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the unprecedented corporate interference in our democratic institutions. Take the recent example of Elon Musk's influence on federal workforce dynamics. We're witnessing an unelected billionaire wielding extraordinary power to dismantle government infrastructure with seemingly no meaningful resistance. Congress, our elected representatives, appear to have abdicated their most fundamental responsibility, oversight. Where are the hearings? Where is the pushback? This isn't just about one tech billionaire, it's about the broader erosion of legislative accountability. What's perhaps most disturbing is the complete absence of human empathy in our current political discourse. It's no longer about solving problems or lifting people up. Instead, we're seeing a grotesque celebration of others' suffering. Political dialogue has devolved into a gladiatorial spectacle where scoring points matters more than genuine progress. This isn't just a partisan issue. It's a fundamental breakdown of our social contract, the idea that we're in this together, that governance is about collective well-being. Perhaps most dangerous is the rampant disinformation flooding our media ecosystem. Foreign actors, particularly Russian interests, are exploiting our information channels with near-total impunity. And instead of a robust, coordinated response, we're seeing passive acceptance. Millions of Americans are consuming deliberately crafted narratives designed to divide us, to weaken our democratic foundations. And many are consuming these narratives without critical examination. These aren't just political disagreements. These are existential challenges to the democratic principles we claim to hold dear. As citizens, we can't afford to be passive. We must demand accountability, critical thinking, and a return to governance rooted in genuine empathy and democratic principles. Our democracy isn't a spectator sport. It requires active, informed participation. These aren't the ramblings of a disgruntled commentator. These are the considered observations of someone who has dedicated their life to serving this nation. Our democracy is more than a system of government, it's a sacred trust. And right now, that trust is being systematically dismantled. Join me in taking positive action toward ending this waking nightmare. I will be discussing a lot of topics, namely the moral and ethical failings of this administration, but also steps we can all take to come closer to ending this sorry chapter in our history.